My name is Pastor Lucinda, and this is my husband, Brock. And we want to welcome you to Kids at Guidestone.Church, where we want to experience the victorious life in Jesus Christ. Discover, live, and share.
Discover the victorious life through Jesus Christ, the church, and our identity as Christians.
Live the victorious life through teaching that helps you embrace and live the full life found in Jesus.
Share the victorious life as you're empowered to share the victory found in Jesus with the rest of the world.
We're excited that you chose to join us on this journey. Today's point is trust God no matter what. Today we have 3 stories about Abram in the Bible before he became Abraham. And I want you to see if you can figure out how each story comes back to our point. Let's look at the first story.
I'm gonna tell you a story about a man who had great big faith.
Faith? What's faith?
Well, let's see now. Faith is believing and trusting something's real, even when you can't see it.
Oh, like the wind. You can't see it, but you know it's real because it blows your hair around.
Yeah, I guess faith is sort of like the wind.
Or like germs.
Germs?
Yeah, germs. I've never seen one, but Mom says they're why I get sick sometimes. Achoo!
Bless you. I see what you're getting at. Well, folks called this man Abram, and did he ever have faith in God?
Don't you mean Abraham? Abraham had huge faith.
You're right. Abraham did have huge faith, but Abraham wasn't always Abraham.
What do you mean?
Before he was called Abraham, he was just plain Abram. Abram worshiped the one true God, and he talked to God all the time. The more Abram talked to God, the bigger and bigger his faith got.
Hey, who's the lady?
Oh, that's Sarah, Abram's wife. Now, the two of them figured they'd always stay put, but one day, God spoke to Abram and told him to leave. That's right. God told Abram to leave his home where he knew folks and folks knew him, the place where his whole family lived.
Where was Abram supposed to go?
Well, that's just it. God didn't tell Abram that part. God said he'd show him where he was going later. And wouldn't you know, Abram did it? He took his wife Sarah and his nephew Lot, loaded up all their stuff, and took off.
Really? He packed up and left? Just like that? Just because God said so?
That's right, and God told Abram that he was going to bless everyone in the world through him. You see, Abram had faith in God, so he knew he could believe everything God told him, and he could do it too.
Wow, Abram had huge faith. Achoo!
Bless you. I couldn't have said it better myself.
Wow, can you imagine just picking up and moving and having no idea where you're going? That's trust.
Hi, I'm Abram. This here's my wife, Sarah.
Nice to meet you. Honey, maybe you should explain.
Oh, right. You might have heard of us. Most people know us as Abraham and Sarah. For now, we're called Abram and Sarai. And we have a long way to go. Yeah, we've been traveling a while. You see, there's this famine, so we can't grow food, and there isn't much water either. We've heard it's better in Egypt, so that's where we're headed now. And on the way, there's lots of time to think.
What you thinking about, dear?
I don't want to tell you.
You know you can tell me anything.
Well, it's just that you're so beautiful, and I'm afraid when the Egyptians find out you're my wife, they'll kill me and take you for themselves. I'm afraid.
Why, dear? This isn't like you at all. You're a man of great faith, remember?
Yeah, but I'm afraid.
I want to help. What can I do?
I know. Say you're my sister, not my wife. Then they'll let me live.
Are you sure?
I'm afraid!
All right. I'll tell them I'm your sister. Ah, here we are, Egypt at last.
Welcome to Egypt. I'm Pharaoh, ruler of the whole land. Hey, you're a pretty lady. Are you married to this guy?
No.
She's my sister. I call her Sissy for short.
Sissy?
Ah, Sissy, you must marry me. Since she's your sister and now she's my wife, I'll give you sheep, cattle, servants, and camels. Here you go. Go have fun.
So you're probably thinking things are looking pretty good for me, right? Well, things are about to change.
You! Why didn't you tell me she was your wife? Now my whole family has been cursed with sickness because of you. Take her, take everything, and leave now.
Well, that didn't go so well, did it?
Yeah, I guess I messed up pretty bad.
Yeah, this wasn't one of your better moments. But God's not finished with you, dear. After all, you're going to be known forever as a man of great faith, right?
Hey, that's right. Next time I'm gonna trust God no matter what, even when I am afraid.
That's great. And honey,
Yes, dear?
never call me Sissy.
Yes, dear.
Abram didn't have a whole lot of faith in God when he told the Pharaoh that Sarai was his sister. Ew. Let's see if Abram has more faith and trust in God in this next story.
Oh, hello everyone! As you know, I'm an artist, and I'm going to tell you this Bible story of Abram and Lot with brilliant colors and vast landscapes. Is everyone ready? Okay, let's begin. Now I'm just going to put some final touches on my paintings so they can be finished. All right? Now when Abram and Lot went back to the land of Canaan, they ran into a little bit of problem. Lot's servants and Abram's servants, they were fighting. They began to fight with one another. It was crazy. Well, you want to know why? It's because there wasn't enough land for both Abram's animals and Lot's animals. So, next painting. Abram said to Lot, "Let's not let our servants fight, because we're related. Let's part, okay? If you go to the left and I'll go to the right, then you can choose your land and I'll choose my land, and then we'll have enough land, okay?" So Abram let Lot choose the land that he wanted first. Isn't that so nice of Abram? I just think that he's just so nice. It makes me happy. All right, I'll just move on. I'll move on so you guys can see the rest. Lot looked up and saw a piece of land. Well, I need this one. Silly. Lot looked over and saw a piece of land that was well watered. See the water? And all like beautiful landscape with all this green. Yeah, that's nice. It had plenty of trees. Well, it should have trees. And flowers and grass, but it was close to a city that was really bad. Now, Abram chose the land that God promised him. It didn't look like very much. See, not much water and no trees, no flowers. But God promised Abram that he would take care of him. God said to Abram, "I promise you, all the land you see, I will give to you and your children forever." And Abram, he believed God. And you know what? He praised God forever about that. Isn't that cool? Well, I guess that's all the time I have for my paintings. The end.
Abram trusts God, and he allowed Lot to choose the land. And God rewarded that trust and told him that his people, in other words, his children and his grandchildren and everyone would be part of that land. And his people are here today. They're known as Jewish people. Well, it's amazing to see the faith that Abram had. And he has to have even more faith. And I'll tell you why. Lot, his nephew, he kind of adopted him as his own son because he was an old man and his wife was really old. And so he had to find a way for these descendants to happen. And now he's split from Lot. So how is he going to have a big family when he doesn't have any children? You'll have to come back next week to find out. Hey guys, it's time for our Bible verse. First I'm going to say it, then you follow me, and then we'll do it together. Are you ready? Me too. Our verse today is found in Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Do not depend on your own understanding. Now you follow me. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. All right, now let's do it together. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Proverbs 3:5. Trust in the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Great job, guys. How can you show trust in God? Sometimes your parents ask you to do things and you have no idea why. But you have to trust them, that they know better than you. Sometimes they don't want you to do something because they know it will hurt you, or they know it's not good for you, and it doesn't make sense to you, but you have to trust your parents. Well, it's the same way when we trust God. We have to trust God, that God knows everything, even more than our parents. And so by trusting Him, we grow in our relationship with Him. We believe and we have faith that God is there, but then we have to trust Him to do what's good for us. Sometimes that's hard, especially when we don't understand or we don't get the picture, or something bad happens and it doesn't feel like God's even there. But He is. And He knows the big plan. He knows exactly what you need at exactly the right time. I have a lot of trust in God, but sometimes it's scary. And before I came to Guidestone, I quit my other job because God said, quit your other job. And so I did. And I didn't know where I was going or what I was going to do, but God was faithful. And because I trust in Him, He brought me to Guidestone. I had no idea I was coming to Boynton Park. And I'm so excited to be here because I trusted in God. So, how can you trust God? Can you give Jesus everything you got and know that He will take care of it no matter what? And it's not going to look like you think it's going to look like. And it may be harder than it's supposed to be, or that you think it's supposed to be. But God knows exactly what He's doing. Let me pray for you. Dear Jesus, I thank you that you are amazing, and that you are faithful, and that you are in control. And I just ask, Jesus, that you help us today trust you. Help us tomorrow to trust you. We have faith and know that you are there, but help us to completely trust you with everything we have. We love you, Jesus, in your precious name. And all God's children said, Amen. Well, I am so glad you joined me this morning, and I can't wait to see you on Zoom on Wednesday. So have a great week. Bye-bye.